Hello, Biceps After Babies Insiders. So I first of all have to say I'm super grateful that you're here, that I get to share content with you and cool things with you each week. So thank you for being here. Today I want to tell you about the paper towel analogy. This is an analogy that I first heard from Sohee Lee, but has been around the fitness industry for a long time. And what it's going to do is kind of help describe to you what happens during the fat loss process and when you're looking in the mirror, why you might not be seeing any results. So we start off with two paper towels, and these are new paper towels. They look the exact same, no different. And this is going to be your body while you're going through fat loss or maybe a weight loss program. And this is where you started. So the first week, as you're going through trying to lose fat and you're tracking your macros and you're doing your workouts, you're going to lose a little bit of fat. Okay, so you lose a little bit. But the problem is when you look in the mirror, you look exactly the same. And so it can be really easy, especially early on in your weight loss journey, to think, gosh, nothing is changing. Like, I'm not seeing any changes when I look in the mirror. I don't see any changes when I put on my clothes. Is this really worth it? And the answer is, yes, it is, but you have to keep going. Okay, consistency and patience are the two biggest things that are going to get you results. So then week 2, you go through and you do all of your macros and you hit your numbers and you do your workouts and you don't eat the piece of cake because it didn't fit into your day. And at the end of week 2, you've maybe lost a little bit of weight or lost a little bit of inches, but you look in the mirror and you look exactly the same. And it's at this point that people can start to get really frustrated. They can start to get really demotivated, saying, look, I did this and this and this. I gave up this and this and this. And it's not doing anything, and I look exactly the same. And that's where I, as a coach, would say, just keep going. So over the weeks, you're going to slowly lose fat. It's only a little bit at a time, and we do that on purpose because the faster you lose weight, the less of it is fat and more of it is muscle. We don't want to do that. So over the weeks, you slowly keep being consistent, you keep being patient, you keep doing the things that you're supposed to do, and you are trusting the process. And you're staying motivated, even if you're not feeling any different, even if you're not seeing any changes. And look at that. Eventually, you kind of look in the mirror one day and you say, oh, hey, I just looked at my previous progress pictures from when I started. I'm starting to be able to see a difference. And that can be really motivating, and hold on to that motivation. But I want you to understand that in the beginning, you're not going to look any different, and you're going to have to keep going, even though you don't look any different or feel any different. And so, maybe that's your 6-week check-in. You've lost a little bit, but you still feel like you have a lot to go. I promise you, keep being consistent. Keep being patient. Keep doing the things that you're supposed to do. And each week, as you slowly lose fat, which is the best way to do it, you are eventually going to see yourself in a very, very different place from where you started. So see, as we keep going, you look very different now from when you started. But what I find is that those first few weeks, even the first 6 weeks, it can be really hard to keep that motivation up and to really trust that you are doing the right things that are going to get you where you want to be eventually. So my message for you right now, if you are in the process of trying to lose fat, trying to build muscle, or trying to change your body composition, be patient, be consistent, and I want you to remember this paper towel analogy when you go and look in the mirror and start to feel discouraged because you're doing all this hard work and nothing's changing. I promise you, things are changing, you are changing, and if you just continue and you just trust in the process, you will get to your end result.